Is speaking from the advanced series for persuasive speaking. Janet gave this speech in the advanced club with the goal of delivering it to Wilmington Toastmasters. Becoming an officer of Toastmasters is a big accomplishment. Today, she is hoping she might persuade someone to challenge themselves and put themselves in a position to grow outside of their comfort zone. Janet will share with us what being a Toastmaster is and what becoming an officer can teach you. Her speech is 5 to 7 minutes, and she asks, why be an officer? Janet Mordeci.
Before I start, I want to make sure I could see those lights. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good morning.
Glad everyone is here today. I want to talk to you about what it is to be a Toastmaster, what it is to be an officer, and why it's important. Toastmasters, we all wake up Tuesday morning and we're here by 7 a.m. It's a huge effort sometimes to get here. But it's a great movement afterwards. I don't know about anyone else in this room, but usually Tuesdays are my best days of the week. I have tons of energy, a lot of enthusiasm to continue the rest of the day. So being a Toastmaster is being supportive, being able to have that family with somebody when something happens, and giving constructive feedback to not only just grow as an individual, but also develop those leadership and personal communication skills. What is it to be an officer? We all sit in this room Tuesday mornings, but guess what? It takes a bunch of people to make sure that this is able to come together. We have 8 different roles within the officers board that we have here at Toastmasters. Does anybody know what the first officer seat is?
President.
Close. Past president.
Right away.
Past president is the easiest job. But it does take a lot to get there. But it is the easiest job. So I am a past president. Phil is our president. And so the role, round of applause. The role of the past president is to guide the president in ways of communication and just be that sounding board if they need any assistance. As a president, you are facilitating this whole meeting, making sure that things are running smoothly, making sure that we have people on the schedule, making sure your board is being conducted in the way that it needs to be conducted. Next up, we have our VP of Education. VP Education is in charge of putting the schedule together. He's also, or she is also, in charge of making sure that you're educated about Toastmasters. So we have a new path here at Toastmasters being Pathways. Eric just gave a speech on his Pathways path. It's an interesting way to say all of that. And his role, or her role as a VPE, our VPE is Bill. So his role is to educate everyone and make sure that you are going in the direction that you need to go. Just have the different paths, be educated about Toastmasters. How many people know how many clubs we have here in Wilmington? 4 clubs. Might be 3 now, just here in the Wilmington area. This is an international company. They are all over the world, and it's very exciting to see that. So it's the job of the VPE to educate you about all of that. It's not just here in this little room, although sometimes we think that it's just Tuesday mornings. We also then have our VP of Membership, who is in charge of making sure members sign up and get you what you need to be able to get on the website and get your education material. We have our VP of Public Relations, which is Eris in the back. VP Public Relations is Public Relations. They are in charge of getting the word out and making sure that people know about Wilmington Toastmasters. I have the pleasure of being the area director for Toastmasters, and I get to see a lot of different clubs, so I want to give a lot of credit to Wilmington Toastmasters because this is a very well-oiled machine every single morning that we come here. It is amazing of what we can do, the guests that we have, and it's very wonderful that you guys are here, and I hope you come back. And it takes the VP of Public Relations to get the word out, to tell everybody that we are here, or running into people in a restaurant. Sometimes that works as well. Next up, we have our secretary, who is in charge of making sure that the minutes, Anita does a great job at this, and each week you guys get a meeting rundown of what happened. I think this is fantastic for the fact that when you miss a meeting, it's always nice to look back and say, what did somebody speak about today? What were some of the things that took place in the meeting? And you can kind of catch up to what took place even if you were unable to attend due to work or certain circumstances at that point in time. Then you have our treasurer, who's in charge of the money. They just make sure that everything is all set when it comes to the finances of the club. And then we have our sergeant at arms. Our sergeant at arms is Lucia, and she is making sure the meeting starts on time, setting up the room prior. You guys all get your ballots out there, and it's wonderful because Lucia is here early to make sure everything's all set with the name tags and everything. So thank you, Lucia. It is a big job to be able to do that. Why are these important? These roles are important because we get to come here each Tuesday morning and grow as individuals because these people have decided to step up and help this club run efficiently. I want to encourage each and every single one of you to think about if you would like to step up and grow as individuals as well. It helps when it comes to time management. That's some of the things that you will gain from being an officer. It helps from being effective within your club, and not only just in your club, but within your community. We have been approached by many different organizations to be able to partner with them because they see what we can do as Toastmasters. So it's a huge impact, not only on yourself and probably your family, but also the community. And then you're also able to help other people achieve your goals as an officer, which is really exciting. One of the beautiful things that I loved about being an officer and area director now is watching people come in, and Eric is a great example of this. Lucy is a great example. Everyone, honestly, is a great example of this. Is come in for your first speech, and you might be behind the lectern and, not feeling as comfortable, but then come out here and just be an amazing, beautiful soul that is telling their story and able to lead and communicate well and effectively. So I hope today I was able to explain the roles to you, tell you a little bit more about what are the officers' roles and duties within the Toastmasters Club. I hope I encourage some of you to sign up to be an officer. Come June, we will need some people to step up and take some of those roles to be an officer. And I just want to ask you one last question. What are you waiting for?